Black guy, you right, black guy, you right, black guy, you. I am the truth. I am the truth for the youth. On my way to go see my kids. And yes, I said my kids. Changing my kids' paradigm. And I know you don't know nothing about it, but it's okay. This is the Future Proud of For Real TV. Of course, I'm Raheem the Dream, better known as Top Cat. Not only your host, but the designer of life for my babies. I'm designing their lives, changing their mindsets to make them great, to make them great, to make them great. And what's going to have to happen in order for me to make them great is to change their mindsets. And I'm changing their mindsets with what I call the hood paradigm. The hood paradigm. Give me a minute, I'm going to let some people get a chance to get into the building. Let's go. Come on. Come on before you get in trouble. Don't go over there. No, no. Come on. Let's go. Now. All right, right, black guy, you right, black guy, you right, black guy, you. Let's get the phone a chance to hook up to the car before I get started. My brother Allen, what's going on, my good brother? How you be? My good brother Allen. Jamie Mystic, excuse me. Okay, well you excused. Am I being heard? Am I being heard? Am I being heard? If it's your first time coming to the channel, subscribe to the channel and let's thumb up the video. Give my car a little chance here to warm up and I'm gonna get headed where I'm going. This is the Beauty Proud of For Real TV. And of course, I'm your host, Raheem the Dream, better known as Top Cat. On my way to go see my babies. And yes, my babies. Um, I'm all about working on their mindsets. How do you change your mindset? I'm not talking when I say change mindsets, I mean change mindsets of anyone, not just the babies. How do you change your own mindset? Your mindset is being controlled by your paradigm. Your paradigm is controlling everything. Your paradigm is your habitual behaviors. That's the definition of a paradigm. It's what controls your habitual behaviors. Now, considering what I'm dealing with hood thinking. So, in order to connect to hood thinking, you have to connect to the hood paradigm, and that is my creation. Hood paradigm. That's my creation. Now, Thursday, I was invited to a meeting of so-called educated people. So-called educated people. Oh, you're going to London in 2 weeks? Okay, be careful. Hope you have a successful journey and a successful business transaction, business meeting. Because I know you, Alan. I know you're all about business. But I was invited to a meeting this past last Thursday, and with a bunch of so-called, you know, you educated people, you college people that have been to college and got these degrees and all these letters behind your name, but you can't reach the babies. But anyway, the young lady who invited me to the meeting asked me to go to the board and put up a little sample of what I call the hood paradigm. Okay, yep, just get at me. Give me a call. Give me a call. Give me a call. What I call the hood paradigm, right? So I go to the board and I start putting up the hood paradigm on what I'm using to reach my babies. And as I get into it, the so-called, people with the degrees and the letters behind their name and everything, they started to ask questions even before I can really get it up on the board. But it was okay because what I knew who and what I was dealing with. See, when you're dealing with people that's been educated one way, they have like tunnel vision. They only know one way. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why they can't reach the babies. But anyway, I answered a lot of their questions, and then let me say this here: the educated people. There's no such thing as a educated person. There's no such thing as that. All that lets me know is you stop growing when you say you educated. Just stop growing. That's all that tells me. Because you're supposed to be educating yourself every day. I just wanted to put that in there. So once I once I once I put the information on the board, One guy gonna ask me, where did I get that from? Because someone who someone who uh, never have went to college and went to to their schools. Hold on a minute. And what I mean by their school, the white man's school. See, a lot of people can't do anything or think you can know anything unless you go to their schools. Okay. And then once I spiel, now what I told them is that I didn't really come up with the concept. The concept was already out there. I just had to take that concept and break it down to a hood concept. You understand what I'm saying? This is not my creation. The paradigm is not my creation. What is my creation is the hood paradigm. Now, the hood paradigm is my creation. That is my creation. The hood paradigm. I hope I'm being heard. I hope I'm being heard. But that is my creation. Is the hood paradigm. All I did was take the concept that was already out there and I started tinkering around with it. And I said, wait a minute, hold on. I can do something with this. You see what I'm saying? I started tinkering around with it. I said, And the reason why I did is because I understood what the people who was presenting it was doing with it. You see what I'm saying? So I said, well, okay, I understand it. How can I break this down to a level to where my kids can understand it? To where even the average Joe, we're gonna just say the average Joe could understand it. Okay, Alan says these schools are brainwashing our people. Oh, ain't no question about it. Okay, Miss Grisby say Grand Rising. What's going on, baby? Um, so as I started tinkering around with it, as I understood it and broke it down to my level, I broke it down to my level. I seen where I could break it down even further. I seen where I could break it down even further and use it to change the mindset of my babies. And when I presented it to these people, they was lightweight amazed. And then they asked me, "You haven't been to any college?" And I told them no. I dropped out of school in the seventh grade. And I ain't afraid to tell you. I dropped out of school in the seventh grade for real. I got pushed along, don't get me wrong. I got pushed along, don't get me wrong. I got pushed along, don't get me wrong. And the reason why I got pushed along is because I was in and out of juvenile facilities. When you in and out of these juvenile facilities, they just push you along, man. You dig what I'm saying? So when I come home from going in and out, I was like in about the 10th grade. You see what I'm saying? But I started going to juvenile facilities, juvenile jail, like around uh sixth grade. No, no, yeah, around there, a little bit before that, I think. But anyway, not here to give you a life story, but I'm just saying, and it kind of amazed them how, okay, how did you come up with the concept to break it down the way you broke it down? Because some of them was aware, I mean, some of them are familiar with paradigms. They just had never seen it broke down the way I broke it down to them. And I show them how, how I break it down to them. I show them that this is how I break it down to my kids so they can understand it. And they was amazed. They was amazed. It's funny how it's funny how so-called educated people, when they see what you know, then they look at you different. You see what I'm saying? They was looking at the way I had my cap cocked and all this old here. You dig what I'm saying? In other words, judging the book by its cover and stuff like that there. Thumb up the video, thumb up the videos, thumb up the video, subscribe to the channel. But the way I had my hat cocked and everything, but at the end of the meeting, it was the respect was totally different. And I was not looking for their respect. Cause see, let me tell you something about me. What you care about me, it ain't none of my business. That's how I look at that. What you care about me, it ain't none of my business. It ain't none of my business what you care about me. So um, I'm just saying that to say that after the meeting, it's funny how they looked at me after the meeting. Before that, they was judging how I had my hat cocked and all that there. You dig what I'm saying? But when I finished, then they had the utmost respect. And that's really messed up. And I'm talking about people that look like us. You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking about people that look just like us. But all skin folks ain't your kin folk. Remember that. All skin folks are not your kin folk. Remember that. Okay. So after that, we had some good conversation. They was telling me about some things they're trying to do. And I told them about the things that I'm doing, not trying to do. I told them about the things that I'm doing because I don't try to do things. I do them. That's why I'm here to where I'm headed to do what I do, not try. I do. See, and that's the difference between me and a lot of other people. See, they stuck on trying. I'm stuck on doing. You understand me? I'm stuck on doing. People sit at home and try to do things all day. You ain't gonna get nothing done sitting at home or sitting in your office talking about what you're trying to put together. I don't try to put things together. I just get out and do it. And that's the difference. And when I said that to them, that I don't try, I do. Even that, even that there, they was like, okay, okay, we understand. They was like, okay, we understand. You're a doer, not a talker. I told them that I do my walking, then I do my talking. I say the reason why Gigi, I call her Gigi because she good game. GG stand for good game, and I'm the only one call it GG. So I told them that's the reason why Gigi had me to come here to see if we can work together and do some things. Not try. Once again, I told them I don't try. I do. I'm a doer, not a trier. Everything I do turns to gold. Everything I touch turns to gold. You dig what I'm saying? Everything I touch turns to gold. I know that because I'm a doer. You see what I'm saying? When you become a doer, that's what happens. You don't have to try. You don't have to try. You just do. But this is the Future Proud of For Real TV, and I done made it to my location. I see traffic here. Y'all see I done made it to my location. Y'all see where I'm at. Here to see my kids, teach my kids. Cause see that's what I'm doing now. The talking is over for a whole year. For a whole year, I was coming in. I was coming in for a whole year. I came in and just talked, and the talk was for a reason. The talk was to get their attention. The talk was uh, uh, so they know where I come from, so they exactly know exactly who I am. You dig what I'm saying? And that's why we connect the way we connect. That's why we connect the way we connect. That's why I connect with the babies the way that I connect with the babies. See, because 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 of what they heard and what came out my mouth. And that's how I went over their respect. And that's how I ran, and that's how I won their respect. And that's how I won their respect, see, is by talking to them, giving them my experience of where I come from. And that's how we really connected. And that's how we really connected. And that's how we connected. So for a whole year, I just came down and talked to let them know who I were, who I am, where I come from, exchange war stories with them. You dig what I'm saying? Exchange war stories with them. And that's how we made that connection. See, these babies is not stupid. They ain't stupid by a long shot. They're not stupid by a long shot. You dig what I'm saying? They more intelligent than you think. A lot of them are geniuses and they just don't know it. A lot of them are geniuses and they don't know it. But slowly but surely, I'm bringing it to the surface because I'm getting them to think, getting them to change their mindset, and they listening. So now when I go in now, I go in teaching. You see this here? It look like scribble scrabble to y'all, but you see, I go in teaching. See there? I go in teaching. This is stuff that I made up myself. This is stuff I made up myself. You see? So I go in teaching now. I go to the whiteboard and I put my information up on the whiteboard and I break it down for them to understand from a hood perspective, because you have to speak the language of the people that you're trying to reach. That's why any religious book you go in, when whoever you want to call him, God, the universe, or whatever, sent a messenger or a prophet, he had to speak the language of the people. So this is what I'm doing with the hood paradigm. I'm speaking the language of the babies. And that's why they connecting to it. They, okay. I never thought about that. You see what I'm saying? Then I got them writing it out. You see? But this is the Few the Proud, the For Real TV. And I'm going to get on out of here and get in here to my babies. And peace and black power, power to the people. And just remember, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. That's what I teach my babies. And it's all possible with the hood paradigms. I'm going to get on out of here. Everybody have a great, successful day because I know I am.